Okay, so another Dororo review. This time it is the story of Jorogumo the Silk Spider. Now, before I start the review, I just want to say I called it. And what I mean by that is I have theorized in the past about this a couple times. I have stated that I believe that the character Mio could potentially be a demon and that her death could result in Hayakimaru getting his arm back. And I stated that the reason why her aura was white and not red was because even though she was a demon, she was a good demon, and that auras were not divided by human and demon, but divided by good and evil. And this episode confirms that. Now, my theory about Mio being a demon, that her death getting Hayakimaru his arm back, that was wrong. But my speculation about the aura itself was correct. So on to the actual episode. Now, this episode was interesting. I actually really liked it. I was expecting it to be kind of boring, and your standard formulaic episode, kind of a cool down episode from what we got the last two times, but no, it was really interesting. I really liked it. But it wasn't interesting because of anything in relation to Hayakimaru and Dororo. In fact, their part of the story was kind of I mean, it was important to the story, yeah, but it was formulaic, as I stated. What was interesting about the episode was the demon within it, or her interaction, her part of the story. We actually got to see kind of a demon's point of view and a demon's story throughout this episode, and that was really interesting to see. I really like seeing the point of view of the bad guys in stories. That's something I've always enjoyed. So as far as Hayakimaru and Dororo go, it's basically they run into a demon, which is the Jorogumo. In the end, it's a standoff. The Jorogumo escapes, but they all end up going to the same village, unknowing. Dororo and Hayakimaru hear about a string of kidnappings connected to the demon and decide to go on a hunt for her. And this is basically what they do throughout the episode, looking for the demon, which they believe to be the kidnapper. As far as the demon goes, she reverts back to a weakened state, which is a sickly human-like form. And she is found by a man named Yajiro, who takes her in and feeds her and gives her a place to rest. We learn that the country that they live in, or the town that they live in, is not very prosperous. It does have a lord, so you would think it would be, because you would think it'd be like a higher end town or village or whatever, but that's not the case. It's not very prosperous. It doesn't have rice fields. A lot of places are run down. And the people there are actually forced to work. They seem to be doing some sort of construction work, but it never really elaborates on what exactly they're doing. However, whatever it is, they are forced to do it. Even if someone dies, people are forced to continue working. We also learn that whoever this kidnapper is, the people of the town does not actually want him to be caught, whoever they are. They actually hope that he's not caught, and it's even stated that no one would ever stitch on him. Yajiro ends up taking care of the spider demon. He doesn't know that she's a spider demon at first, and he calls her Onagi, as he states he doesn't have a name. She at first wants to stay there to kind of use him and to eventually take away his energy, but she ends up starting to like him, finding him to be different than most humans that she has met, because of his ideology of that all life is the same and should be able to live. That whether if it's a human, insect, whatever, it's all the same. It's all life, and all life should have the chance to live. Eventually, he decides that Onagi is very sick, and that staying in the village would be a detriment to her, as there is no doctor within the village. So he takes her to escape. Eventually, Yajiro and Hayakimaru's groups collide, and it is revealed that Yajiro is the one that has been kidnapping people, and he has not actually been kidnapping people, but saving people. Since people are forced to stay in the village, Yajiro is helping them escape. This is also discovered by the guard who decide to stop him, who attempt to stop him, but is saved by Onagi. This is also where we first see the hint of Onagi or demon in general changing for the better, Hayakimaru does not attack her at first. Later, after she attacks them, we do see her aura is red, and that's when he attacks. So eventually, however, Onagi and Yajiro do escape, and everyone pursues them. We learn that Onagi does not actually kill anyone that she absorbs the life essence of. It actually just makes them weaker, but their life essence will come back to them, putting them back at full strength. And she can just keep doing it again and again, stating that keeping someone around, living together for a long time is what equals a happy life, something along those lines. It doesn't necessarily make her a good person, but it's good enough for Yajiro. Eventually, everyone does catch up with them. Yajiro gets arrows to the heart, and that pisses off Onagi. She ends up absorbing the life essence of several men, reverting back to her true form. And she is attacked by Hayakimaru. However, we see that her aura is starting to turn white. That it is a mixture between the red and white auras together, similar to how Hayakimaru's aura looks. Eventually, Hayakimaru and Dororo both realize that Onagi truly does care for Yajiro and vice versa, and they cannot bring themselves to actually finish her off, and they let her go. We don't actually get to see what Yajiro's fate is, but he did survive the arrow wounds to the chest, so we can assume that she did get him to a doctor and that he is okay. But we never actually get to see him after this moment. So if Onagi had something of Hayakimaru's, as it is possible that she could just be some normal demon that didn't actually have anything of his, this would be something that Hayakimaru obviously wouldn't get back, unless if they meet her later on and defeat her then, or if something happens to her through a secondary source. But if she is a demon that has something of Hayakimaru's, he would not get it back because he let her go. I think the last thing that Hayakimaru will get back is his eyes, so I don't think it'll be like an eye or eyes. I don't know if he'd get one eye back or both eyes back when killing a demon, but I don't think it'd be that she has. I think it'd be something like an arm or a leg. So he might not get one of those back if she is one of these demons. But like I said, she could just be your standard demon. This episode basically confirms my speculations of demons having white auras. So that is awesome. I really liked seeing the point of view of her story. Like I said, I enjoy seeing the enemy's side of stories. This episode was a really good episode. I would watch it again. Our end card is the Jorogumo. And that would be all. So bye. See you when I see you.